What we do know is that Yahaba categorized Kisuke into one of the 5 special threats for his trickery. God damn, that title card is fucking perfection. This is real fan service. We start off the fight with Askin explaining to a packed up Ichigo about the true nature and origins of Quincy Royal Guards. To keep it blunt, the Royal Guards are cold. So cold that they had monstrous power even before Yahaba gave them their names. Lige Baro, the leader, was the first ever Quincy to be given a Swift directly from Yahaba. Paranita and Gerard were never given power from Yahaba, but instead possessed either natural or innate powers that came from the Soul King. Chad ran up to kill Askin after seeing what he did to Ichigo, but Askin baited him so he could land in a poisoned field. He calls the trick gift bad, and it works by lowering their tolerance to a substance. What Askin chose was reishi. The Vuarvo, which is the location they're in, was flooded with reishi to the point it caused reishi poisoning, and it affected them to the point where they can't stand. His technique, the death dealing, kills his enemies by controlling the lethal dose of what he chooses. But bro was full after drinking hella blood earlier, so he decided that he's going to wait before killing Ichigo's group. And out of nowhere, Yoruichi pops in the situation behind Askin. Get it? If they were already immobilized, why not just kill them off rip instead of waiting it out? Bro got pissed off at that notion, leading him to try to kick her head off, but she dodges it. They start having the most wildest conversation ever about flashy ways to kill their enemies. Askin saying that he prefers cold and calculated tactics instead of swift ones. Hearing what he said, she starts powering up with a big ass flash of lightning burning the clothes off her body, and god damn bro. He busts out a bow and arrow and shoots an arrow dead at her. Yoruichi herself wasted no time and rushes this nigga down immediately. She grabs the arrow and threw that shit right back at him, leading him to go flying through a building. Bruh, Yoruichi was always about that action, bruh. While creating balls of lightning, she straight up told him, we got no time to waste. You gotta move, nigga. She uses Shunko Raijin Senkai, which is an advanced lightning technique, blasting him and decimating the entire battlefield. And she blew that motherfucker up. Like, damn, is Ichigo and his group good? So after being saved and fully recovered, Ichigo's group leaves to find Yahaba, while Yoruichi stays behind to make sure Askin died. He wasn't, by the way. He walks out the rubble, frustrated that he let Ichigo and the rest get past him, and states that Yahaba might be mad, but Yoruichi tells him not to worry because he's gonna die anyway. Out of nowhere, Yoruichi's brother Yushiro comes in because Askin mispronounced his sister's technique, and not gonna lie, at first I thought he was a girl. Askin is not alone when he thought so as well. And bro was not finna be scared of no little boy. He pulled out his bow ready to murk him. This man Askin completely underestimated him as Yushiro started putting belt to ass on him. Abro flat on his ass, completely surprised he that strong. He left him charred like charcoal with his Shunko, Baku, and Muso, but it did jack shit due to Askin's ability. Since he's able to control the lethal dose of spiritual pressure, that attack would not be able to hurt him. So since that strong attack Yushiro used on him nearly killed him, the spiritual pressure from that attack cannot kill him. Yup, they fucked. This man Askin has gotten to the point where he has fully developed immunity from spiritual pressure. He starts encouraging them to kill him quick cause they all out of options at this point. Her brother, being the stubborn teenager he is, can't comprehend what bro just said, so he still tried to attack him with his Shunko. The attack didn't faze him one bit, leading to Askin shooting arrows in little man's back. I'm pretty sure from here Yoruichi finally understand what they just got themselves into. Now that the tables have turned, Yoruichi gotta try to protect her little brother, but she's literally unable to get away or prevent Askin from finding her. She uses her lightning to push him away and does what any rational person would do in this disadvantaged moment: try to speed blitz and kill quickly. He saw that shit a mile away though, dodging her attack and appearing behind her. Askin over here thinking she not listening on how his technique really works, saying that he's immune, but she anticipated that. She turned around and hit one of the lightning ball, blinding Askin for a split second, giving her enough time to counterattack. She lifts his ass up with her legs and tosses his ass the next week. The fight escalates more as we see Askin getting launched through buildings and remaining undamaged due to his high ass immunity. Like, even the pillar didn't even land on him. Yoruichi with her fine self in a whole different situation. We find out Askin fired another gift ball that lowered Yoruichi's tolerance to spiritual pressure, nitrogen, and oxygen. I'm surprised Shorty's still alive. And shit's not looking good for her at all. Askin talking about he's trying his best to kill her. Yoruichi's brother brothers packed up on the ground. We ain't got no time left. She gotta figure something out. She ended up getting saved by the bell as Kisuke Urahara pops in to help her. Kisuke ended up completely bypassing Askin's death-dealing ability when he slapped Yoruichi's ass, allowing her to get up and flee quickly. Hey, that should have been me, that's all I'ma say. We don't know the specifics on how he was able to do that. What we do know is that Yahaba categorized Kisuke into one of the 5 special threats for his trickery. God damn, that title card is fucking perfection. This is real fan service. So while running away, we find out that when Kisuke slapped her shit, he actually injected something into her. It's an immunity enhancement agent that he made and ensured that its effectiveness will only last 5 minutes. Hearing that, she locked in immediately, activating her Shunko Raijin Senke, but Kisuke stopped her. He asked her to use a form she got, but she said hell no, fast as shit. Askin ended up catching up to them and shooting something at them. Yoruichi immediately attacked bro, trying to take his head off. He starts bobbing and weaving to the point where he can counter and shut that shit down fast as fuck by punching her in her gut. Back on all fours again, Askin starts shit talking like always, but Kisuke calls out to Yoruichi. He was holding a notebook that said when he flips the page, she will transform. Doing exactly that, a giant wave of energy and lightning bursts out, knocking Askin away. This is when she transformed into something called Shunko Raijin Senke Shunryu Kokubiyo Senke. Kisuke had to tell him the name of the transformation himself because Yoruichi couldn't. And by couldn't, I mean she physically can't speak nor understand what the fuck anyone is saying right now. She's acting out of pure instinct. She's basically a wild, uncontrolled animal. She jumps into the sky, then charges straight down to Askin, slicing his ass up, then slapping him through hella buildings. He recovers and runs, trying to figure out why his death-dealing immunity ability isn't working anymore. Kisuke popped in and gave him the rundown. Basically, while Yoruichi's in her God of Thunder state, her Reiyatsu fluctuated wildly and rapidly changed 48 different times every second. Since her mood is shown through her spiritual pressure, her mood can become erratic. Askin's death-dealing ability can only provide an immunity to one fixed spiritual pressure at a time. This hard counters his technique because Yoruichi's spiritual pressure is out of control and unpredictable. Kisuke described it like the flu. People can heal from a strain, but if it has one small mutation, the healing won't work. Like Yoruichi's spiritual pressure, if Askin's immunity adjusts to the spiritual pressure she's letting off, it will mean nothing if she changed it 48 different times 1 second ago. And Shorty just start going crazy, bro. She starts hawking Askin down, electrocuting him and cutting at bro and launching him through buildings. He's gotta be dead after that. So after beating the brakes off of Askin, we get this bit of Yoruichi acting like a cat and cuddling with Kisuke. Kisuke, you lucky son of a bitch. While cuddling, the enhancer he gave her was about to wear off, causing Askin's poison to take effect. Right as Kisuke was about to leave to make sure Askin died, a ball appeared in front of him. That shit expanded to the point it covered the entire battlefield they were on. It turns out Askin was alive and well using a technique called Gift Ball Deluxe. It was the largest gift ball he can create, and honestly, that ain't the only thing Kisuke should be worried about. Bro popped ult and transformed into his Hane form, ready to beat Kisuke's ass. Alright, from here on, I'ma split up the fights between Kisuke and Yoruichi fighting Askin. This will be its own video, and I'll start Kisuke's fight with Askin next. And by the way, y'all like this Bleach marathon I'm on right now? Let me know.